Hey everybody, it's Tracy here from HallOfFameMoms.com, and I know I've been sharing. If you've been following along the videos that I put here on YouTube, I really um, recently have been sharing more on the artifacts that I've been able to hunt for and that sort of thing. I study; it's just a hobby. Uh, but a lot of what I talk about here on my channel is homeschooling, just like at my blog. I have this past year I got into self-publishing through Amazon's KDP, so I've been sharing the books that I've made through there. So there's really a variety of content. I've been on YouTube, I think, for like 12 years now. The earlier videos have more like Ohio Family Fun, places that we visited when the kids were younger, reviews, what else? Yeah, I mean, if you dig through there, I've got over 300 videos on my channel. But anyways, I made a new book. I made it back in December, and I didn't order proof copies because they come with that gray band across it. And I wanted, the book looked fine to me when I checked it, flipping through it digitally. So I just took the chance, which I just stopped buying the proof copies, and I do just go right for the author copies now. So I went ahead and ordered some, and this is my, it's called an off-grid pantry planner. And the reason for the type of book I made is because, with how crazy the world has gotten, how unstable, and how we can see how unstable things can come one day. And if you're a Bible believer, you know that things have to get worse in order for things to, happen according to what the Bible says. So anyways, one day the internet may not be here. And we use the internet a lot. If you're like me, like I love learning things from YouTube. I use it. It's my go-to for like learning how to can food. I like history and stuff like that. Right now, me and some other people have a challenge to listen through the whole Bible through January through March using the Alexander Scorby KJV audios on YouTube. So it's free to listen there. If you want to join us, join along. Leave a comment if you want. It's really just everybody's just kind of on their own, and I'm just encouraging it. So I just finished Exodus today, but I have used that. There's been times where I have listened to 2 books through the Bible in one day, but I've never listened all the way through the Bible. I have read through the Bible, but I can't do that in 1 year. I end up wanting to stop and study and that sort of thing. So, I'm reading the Bible daily as a rule and studying and stuff like that. So to be able to pop in the earbuds if need be, or turn it on, just put it on YouTube, excuse me, and be able to listen while I'm doing things is just a bonus. So that's my challenge, and I challenge you to do it too. And if you've never, if you read one of the other versions of the Bible, I encourage you to listen through the KJV instead of those ones and see what the difference is, okay? So back to my KDP, my new book. I just got my package today, so I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to open it, and I thought I would do a video of me opening it, okay? So you can see it the first time I get to see it in person. Here it is, the Off-Grid Pantry Planner and Recipe Keeper. Oh yeah, so back to why I made it the way I did. I made it so that this would be a place, there's a peek at the inside. So I made it so that there's a place for recipes, a whole page devoted to online recipes. You just copy your recipe from online, so you have a record of it, all in one place. You have you have inventories for your different pantries. I'll show you those pages, and a place where you can even, while the grid is fine and we have access to the internet, whatever, to write down your favorite YouTube channels where you can learn how to can, maybe where your favorite video is, stuff like that. That way, if something crazy did happen, I mean, you never know. If YouTube went down and you can never, get there, maybe you could look up these people, and find their own channel. So let's see. I've never looked through this in person yet like this. So, okay. Plus, this gives you a peek at what Amazon really does a good job of printing out their books. Okay, there's my table of contents. So you have how to use this book to prepare for grid down. You can pause this and read it if you want, but I'll go through it real quick. Food prep and basics. Some of this is like what I wish somebody would have, or what I wish I would have known before I started canning. You could dump some of this stuff into that category. This is not an exhaustive, how to do anything. Okay, this is just like a basic plan system. So I just have the food prepping basics that I wanted to share. Food prepping tips, foods to consider prepping, favorite online and other sources for prepping log. You have your inventory sheets for prepping and preserving inventory notes. You have a working pantry, prepper pantry, refrigerator, and freezer inventory. And then your recipe sections to record your favorite online recipes. And then the food for thought, there's your how to use this book. Let's see that. Food prep and basics. Okay, so there's the tips and some of the foods to consider prepping. And then you have I'm not sure how many pages, but I gave you space for 48 resources. So if you wanted to consider one section like this, one would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I probably have like 6 pages in here for you to record your favorite online recipes, or excuse me, they don't have to even be online, they could be books. And where you put those books. Inventory sheets. Okay, so nothing in here is perforated. It's not to tear out. However, let me go back to the beginning. All right, so right there on that page at the bottom, I did put that the original purchaser may make copies of individual pages for personal use. So, you buy the book, you can make copies of the pages as you need to, because you might want to just put these in a 3-ring binder. And if you have one of those big punchers, I have one that'll punch through a workbook, you could punch holes right in this whole book and stick it in a binder with pockets, and you could add extra pages if you needed. Okay, so I'll show you what your planning looks like here. So here's your section on inventory sheets. So there's, let me just kind of go through this with you. Here's your prepping and preserving inventory notes. So you can write down anything you need to as you're planning out your pantries. And then on this page, you have your working pantry and your prepper backup pantry. So you might want to put, like, if you have your prepper kit, your working pantry upstairs or in your kitchen, what you pull stuff from all the time. You could have, like, say, ketchup. And you might have 1 or 2 ketchups up here. In your prepper backup, maybe you want to always keep like a year's worth. Then you could put that you have 8 in there or something like that. Whatever you probably know what I mean. We'll just leave it at that. Then you have your fridge and your freezer inventory. And then you can just pick whichever column you want to use on that, okay? And then we're back to the prepping and preserving inventory notes again. So you have, let's see, so there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 pages dedicated to different things, and then they repeat 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So it looks like I have maybe 18, I think 18 pages total for you to do that. Okay, and then you have your, the light is so bright here. Then you have your recipe section, and there's over 80, I believe it's 80 pages for recipes. And you get a whole page, a whole page dedicated to that. And there's recipes on the back there. And you just fill that in how you want. You got your ingredients, directions, your extra notes. I think there's over 80 of those. Yeah. So there you go. So I like it. I've been waiting to get it so I can start my own. I mean, I'm going to use one for my own planning and everything. And so it's exciting to me. So if you want it, it is available on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. You can go check it out. I still have a lot of notebooks. I've got a bunch of the notebooks, the graph paper, the to-do list planner notebooks, and then, of course, the Bible-themed notebooks. You can order from there as well. And I actually have another Bible topic. It's like the books you'll see there if you want to go check them out. I have the one on the fear of the Lord, one on eternal security and salvation. I have a kid's version of the fear of the Lord. And yeah, so this next one's going to be a surprise. I haven't been telling people what it's on. I think only my husband knows, if he even remembers me mentioning it. Every time I make one of those, the Bible ones, I try to add more. I try to build more into it, so that it's actually it can be used more of a study. It's not just a coloring, memory verse type of, with a notebook section. It's not just that. So, follow along if you'd like to keep, aware of updates on that sort of stuff, and, check out the books, okay? If you want to get notifications, hit the bell. That's what I was going to say. Be sure to hit the bell. And, let me know what you think, okay? Thanks for watching.